Welcome once again to your weekly update from the city of New Hope. Let's catch up with the mayor, Kathi Hemken, to find out what's new in the city. Welcome, Mayor. How are you today?
Hi, Dave. Just fine, thank you. I want to say the golf course looks pretty much like it does behind me.
It
It's getting
certainly
really
does.
green really quick.
I had the pleasure to golf out there this past weekend, and it was wonderful. Although, watch out if you go. The greens are fast at this point in the season, so prepare your putter for that. All right, let's update residents of what's happening in the city. Let's begin with West Metro Fire Rescue District. They have a few things that are ways to engage with the public that you wanted to bring to people's attention.
Well, they do. I went to a board meeting and just wrote notes like crazy. So they have an adopt a hydrant project. So you can go into the West Metro Fire Rescue website and sign up for a hydrant that might be in front of your house. They usually want that for the winter time, but they wanted to get people signed up ahead of time. So you never know when the snow might come in April, but I'm not going to talk about that. But it's nice to sign up. They're also got some gift cards for people. So when we do have a snowstorm, they'll go through that list and somebody will be given a gift card to Frankie's and or Papa's.
Very nice. A few other things they're doing to help with safety in home. They're talking about home fire safety surveys and also fire prevention education. So tell us a little bit more about those opportunities.
Well, the home fire safety survey is free. And Shelby, one of our firefighters, will come out and point out the things that aren't very safe in your house. So she goes through the whole house, indicating that maybe you shouldn't have that power strip on the floor, maybe you shouldn't have that heater so close to the curtains. And it's a free inspection. You just call up. You can call Shelby at the fire department. It's Station 3, or you can go online and sign up that way. But she's happy to come out and show you and help you to make sure you're safe.
Great. There you see that website down at the bottom of the screen. So find out a little bit more about the hydrants and also those surveys and fire prevention to get you safe as we head into summer. Speaking of heading into summer, community development working with a partner on Home Energy Squad. And these are some chances for people to come out to your home and really make sure that it is in good shape for energy efficiency. Tell us more how this works.
What's called CEE, Center for Energy and Environment, and they'll come out and do an assessment of your house. It costs $100. The city pays 50 of that, and you pay 50 as a resident. And what they do is they come in and show you how to save energy. When they did my house, they put weather stripping around some of the windows, around the doors. They put a little flap at the bottom. Showed me how to adjust the thermostat to maybe not have it quite so hot or and cold, depending on the season. And that is not free. You have to pay for that, but it's just $50 to the resident, and they leave you more than $50 with the stuff when they go.
All right, go to the city's website. You can find out a little bit more about that partnership to see how it does work, and also a phone number, 651-328-6220, to find out more. Here's another great partnership with the city to help out people that might be first-time home buyers. What is available now?
Well, this is exciting. So Hennepin County Housing and Redevelopment Authority just came up with this. They will be offering up to $30,000 to first-time home buyers to help with the closing costs and the down payment. These loans are deferred until the house is sold, or if you've been there for 10 years and it's just forgiven. It's a zero interest loan. There's some household income limits that apply.
Right.
But it's worth checking into. And you can go onto our website, the city's website, under Residential Assistance Program. And there's a page on that, and it'll tell you how to get what the income requirements are for that. For those first-time home buyers, this is really a boost for them.
Very good program. Let's go to scattered site housing. We talk a lot about some of the projects that are underway, but before we get to that today, you wanted to talk about just how the process works a little bit, and that you do have 3 new sites that you're looking at.
We do. How the process typically works is, grandma or grandpa might have passed away or gone into a nursing home, and the kids don't know what to do with the house, so they'll call the city. So most of our referrals come from people who don't want to live in the house, and maybe the people that did live in the house can't anymore. So we buy these houses when the price is right and they're a little worn. if your house is in good shape, you just sell it like anybody else. But a lot of times these houses aren't really saleable at this point. So
Mhm.
they'll come to the city, we buy that, we tear the house down, clear the land, and then sell that to a developer. And in some cases, we actually can rehab the house if it's in good shape. So we've got 3 we're looking at now, and as we get further in the process, I'll give you the addresses and how they're going with that. But there are a couple that are really more along than you'd think. There's
Mhm.
one at 5692 Boone Place. That's right off of Bass Lake Road in Boone. So the concrete footings are in that, and they're going to start putting up the studs probably this week. So that one should be done by the end of the summer. And another property that we're looking at is on 7901 and 7911 50th. That's the house we took down. We split the lot, and we're building 2 houses there. The interior house is going to be 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2 stories. That one they're thinking will sell for 490,000. And the other one on the corner is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, with about 1,500 square feet. And that one they're figuring at 440. So they're going to start on both of those in the summer. They'll actually close on the lots in a month or so, and then they'll start on those in the summer. They want them both to be done by the end of the year.
Very good. We'll keep people up to date as those move along. Also, community development works with the business networking group. They've got a date planned for the future here, and they hope you can come. Tell us more details about that next meeting.
Well, that'll be May 1st at 2 o'clock. It's going to be at Her Self Health. That's 5200 Douglas Drive in Crystal. It's a women's health clinic for women over 65. It's just beautiful. So when we combine New Hope and Crystal Business Networking Group, we encourage businesses from Crystal to become involved. And so that's why it's there. So if you want to see the building, or if you just want to come network with a bunch of people, that's the place. May 1st, 2 o'clock.
Let's move ahead to the police department, talk about some of the activities going on. First, some partnership activities going on, and then secondly, some SWAT response that was necessary recently. First, tell us about some of those partnership meetings that happen on a regular basis.
That our police department is really trying to get out into the public as much as they can. So our police chief, one of our captains and a couple of our sergeants did the Youth Multicultural Advisory, MAC they call it, at Cooper High School. They meet with these kids every couple of weeks, and they just talk about what the kids need, how they feel, are they safe at school? Really a good thing to be doing. So then our chief and a couple of sergeants also went to the emergency management training at West Metro. And of course, we delivered Meals on Wheels last week. And the last thing is, when they had that incident in Minnetonka, Hennepin County called almost all of the SWAT teams in the area to come out. So we participated in that, went out just to help. There was quite a few out there, but I think the police are a little nervous, and they should be nervous.
Let's move ahead to Public Works, talk about some activity that's happening up in the north end of town as we speak here. Tell us about phase 2 of that big project.
Well, that's at the Public Works building. It's on International Boulevard. It's huge. It's 20,000 square feet. They're building a new garage. This is a phase 2 of this project. When we built the pool and City Hall, we indicated that we would not borrow money for 10 years, and we're not going to. This is being paid for. That money's been accumulating in that account for the last couple of years, or many years, so that we can actually do this. So this project is going to take at least all of this year. What the idea is, we want to get all of that equipment that sits outside now, and we want to get that inside where it should be. Not only the equipment, but just the trucks and all the other stuff that they're using. So lots of activity going on at the Public Works building.
And there you saw a few pictures of the work that is going on outside, and more to come. We'll keep you up to date. Let's go to Park and Rec and talk about all the activities that are going on as we get into the spring season here. And the first is the dancers. The dance program is as busy as always, and I understand they had a little bit of a bigger competition this past weekend.
Well, we have the dance program has a competitive team, and they went to Ramsey for I don't think they call it a tournament, a regional competition. Don't know how they didn't get the results from that, but they're always busy doing that. Also in Park and Rec, they're starting to train the field managers, the people who run the softball fields where they manage them. They're all training those guys. our forester has been going out measuring how far the ash trees are off the boulevard. So the ones that are on the boulevard are ours. The ones that are more than 15 feet are the homeowners, and they have to be taken down. So he's identifying these trees and tagging them where need be, and then he's giving them a list of trees to plant that we provide for them. So that still is going on. The other thing with the forester, we got something from the Arbor Day Foundation saying that New Hope is in 2023 is a tree city. So we've gotten this designation many times because we really do take care of our trees, and we really do know how important they are to our well-being, our health. So we're kind of proud to be a tree city.
Congratulations to the city for that. Here's some opportunities for spring cleanup that are coming up. It's that time to help out some of the watersheds. Tell us some of the activities going on and if people can maybe get involved themselves.
Well, May 5th through the 11th is Shingle Creek Watershed Cleanup Week. And in that, on May 8th, we're going to clean up Meadow Lake Park. So we pick up paper and golf balls that go over the fence. They typically plant trees or bushes. We love to have people come and help with that. So that's at 5 o'clock on May 8th at Meadow Lake Park.
Good. Hope people can get out and help out. Speaking of those golf balls coming from the golf course, how is the golf course doing as we transition seasons here and they really get open to play?
Well, they are open and they are busy. And this last weekend, they told me they didn't have an empty tee time until about 7:30 at night. So if you are going to play, make sure you make a tee time because they're really busy. People want to be out. They're busy not only cleaning up, but they put in new signs, new tee box signs. And so they got some money from the Hemken Recycling Group. And with that, they bought new signs for the course. They really look very, very nice. It tells you how many yards you're supposed to try to hit that ball. I never get close to that anyway. But
at least it makes us feel educated, right? So we can give an educated try at our shot.
Yeah, somebody says, you should try to aim. I'm lucky if I can hit it.
That's right. One thing at a time here. Let's hop over to the ice arena. We've been talking about the North Rink and the painting that went on and waiting for the paint to cure. And Mayor, it has cured.
It has cured.
Yay.
I don't know if somebody sits and watches it cure or what they do, but it is cured. And this last weekend, they turned on the refrigeration to that North Rink. And with that, now they'll start laying down the ice. Well, I thought you could just put a whole bunch of water and it just freezes. You put down a layer and you wait. You put down a layer and you wait. It's a long process to do that. That's why they don't want to take the ice out if they don't have to, because it takes so long to get it in. But it should be a week or two before they get that ice back in.
But that has not stopped the use of the other rink, the South Rink. It looks like is very, very busy. Unbelievable how many are using it during the spring.
It is. I'm going to read these things because it's just unbelievable. The Minnesota Hockey High Performance Program is there, the Base Sports Program, Armstrong Cooper Pond Hockey Program, and 9 men's groups. So they are renting that out on a pretty regular basis. And once they get this second sheet in now, they'll start renting that out for practices too.
Let's go to Human Resources and your update from New Hope this week and talk about 2 positions, the police clerk and the office supervisor position. It looks like both of those moving ahead very well.
The police clerk position, they have indicated that they have a candidate they're going to hire, but they have to have a background check. So they're waiting for their background check to go through. And then the police officer supervision, the office supervisor position, they have indicated someone for that. And again, they'll do the background check if that needs to be done. So we're busy hiring.
And one of the reasons so many people like to work for the city of New Hope is because of the great environment there and their wellness program. And it sounds like recently they had a fun wellness event that added some extra bonuses to us. What happened?
Well, they have this event over at the ice arena. And so after the tour of the ice arena, some people were ice skating. But the other thing that happened is they let 7 people drive the Zamboni, and I was not one of them. So that's on my bucket list before I leave office is to drive that Zamboni just one time.
Somehow I think that is going to happen. More to come on that. Maybe we can get a picture when the mayor is out there. Few other notes to pass along. Name a snowplow contest, a number of entries in, and I understand it's becoming difficult to pick winners.
We got 53 entries. And the first thing that happens is they have to narrow that down to 15. And apparently it's become very difficult to narrow it down to 15. So they'll try to do that. But then on the 17th of April, they'll open up the voting. You can go online and vote for the two that you want to be named on the snowplows, and they'll put those names on them. So look for that. And once we have the names picked, I'll share that with you too.
Sounds great. newhopemn.gov. You see the website right there to find out more about that voting, and also to find out a little bit more about the City Academy that's coming up. And again, we should have something up on the website soon to allow people to register. What is this once again?
I think they've pretty much got that all put together. And so now you can start registering after the 17th of April for one of those spots. I don't know how many people they'll take at one time, but so there will be something coming up.
Very good. Well, Mayor, thanks once again for the update today. We appreciate your information as always. And again, the website, great place to go for more. Stick with us. We've got our calendar of events coming up in the city. Step through a few things that you might want to get on your calendar. Mayor, great to see you again this week. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next Monday.
Thanks, Dave. See you then.